Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to everyone.
We'll start, sir.
Yes, we can start.
Good afternoon, everyone, and wish you all happy International Yoga Day. Today we have gathered virtually for celebrating International Yoga Day. Yoga means experience of oneness or unity with inner being. This unity comes after dissolving the duality of mind and matters into supreme reality. It is a science by which the individual approaches truth. On this occasion of International Yoga Day, Ponda Education Society's College of Education decided to celebrate this day with the motive to make students, teachers, and other stakeholders of the college aware of yoga to maintain their health and daily busy routine, and most essentially, to enhance immunity in the current pandemic situation. Our resource person for the today's session is Mr. Swapnil Dikshit. I welcome you, sir. He is from Nashik, Maharashtra. He is MA in Yoga Shastra, QCI Level 2 Yoga, with years of experience of teaching yoga. Apart from yogic arena, he is MSc in Computer Science and MCA too, which represents computer and IT angle of this personality. PS College of Education welcomes you, and at the same time, thank you for your kindness of accepting our humble invitation. We are very sure today we are going to take home many things related to yoga. I express my heartfelt welcome to Honorable MLA of Goa and Chairperson of Ponda Education Society, Shri Ravi Naik, Shri Ritesh Naik, who is Secretary of Ponda Education Society and Honorable Councillor of PMC, all management trustees, and in charge principal Dr. Prakash Ahire of our college. I welcome my dear colleagues, teaching and non-teaching staff, students, and all everyone present virtually in this celebration. Before proceeding into program, I shall share today's schedule. Exactly after at 3 to 3:35 p.m., Mr. Swapnil Dikshit, our resource person for today's session, will conduct session on yoga, followed by declaration of poster making competition results, which were conducted online. Without wasting any further time, let's virtually immerse ourselves into yoga session. Over to you, sir. You can continue.
Thank you. First of all, I'm really thankful to you. I'm thankful to Ponda Education Society, the College of Education. I'm thankful to Mr. Prakash Ahire sir. I'm thankful all the management people, all the staff, and all my dear students. I'm thankful to you all for inviting me on 7th International Yoga Day. So today we will hear something about yoga, what is actually yoga, how to do it, and if time permit, I will demonstrate through the YouTube video. I will demonstrate one asana to you. So let's start with the yoga. So yoga is nothing but a practice that connects the body, breath, and mind. So three things are connected in this: our body, our breath, and mind. It uses a physical posture, breathing exercises, and meditation to improve overall health. So our physical posture and breathing exercises and meditation is used for improving our health in through yoga. Yoga actually was developed by spiritual practices thousands of years ago in India. And in an ancient practice, the physical, mental, and spiritual practice that originated in India, the word yoga derives from Sanskrit and means to join or to unite. So, yoga means to join or to unite. What to join? Symbolizing the union, body, and consciousness. So, it is a union of body and consciousness. Today we all are celebrating the 7th International Yoga Day. On this auspicious occasion, I, Swapnil Dikshit, thankful to the management of Ponda Education Society. The theme of this year is Yoga for Well-being. This year, the International Yoga Day will be observed differently. Everyone is advised to stay at home and celebrate this day due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I encourage each one of you to make yoga a part of your life and spread awareness among your family and friends. And if you are new to yoga, you can refer to various online tutorials by experts or to learn the correct form of yoga from the safety of your home. The International Day of Yoga aims to raise awareness worldwide of the many benefits of practicing yoga. The draft resolution establishing the International Day of Yoga was proposed by India and endorsed by record 175 member states. So this many states supported in the assembly. The proposal was first introduced by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in his address during the opening of 69th session of the General Assembly, in which he said, Yoga is an invaluable gift from our ancient tradition. Yoga embodies unity of mind and body, though and action a holistic approach that is a valuable to our health and our well-being. Yoga is not just about exercise, it is a way to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world, and the nature. So, that is a yoga to discover yourself, the sense of oneness with the world and with the nature. The resolution notes the importance of individuals and populations making healthier choices and following lifestyle patterns that foster good health. In this regard, the World Health Organization has also urged its member states to help their citizens reduce physical inactivity, which is among the top 10 leading cause of death worldwide and the key risk factor for this non-communicating disease such as cardiovascular disease, cancer, and diabetes. Yoga is more than physical activity. It is beyond physical activity actually. In the words of one of its most famous practitioners, the late BKS Iyengar, yoga cultivates the way of maintaining a balanced attitude in day-to-day life and endows skill in the performance of one's action. Practice in India since the 5th century, yoga has been beneficial in keeping the body and mind in sound health. A holistic approach, yoga targets all the different systems of body and mind. It is said to be the asana make the body strong and flexible as health improves. So while performing the asana or while practicing of asana every day, your body health will improve and the body will become flexible. The mind too is renewed with confidence. So once your body get healthier, your confidence is also get increased. The practice of pranayam regulates the purification of internal system and organs, acting as a superior and able to supplement to asana. So when you practice the pranayam, this pranayam actually cleans our navel tract, and there are a few pranayams which helps us to boost in our confidence, which automatically we can do this. Means it give the confidence of the that we can perform this asanas too. The energy that is generated in the body through this physical practice is then channeled into meditation or dhyan for stability, peace, and calm. So this energy which is generated by regular practicing of the asana and pranayam, it is well channelized to perform the dhyan and meditation. Nowadays, our energy is not well channelized. We are not focused because we are involved. We are getting involved ourselves in various directions. So yoga will help you to get focus and channelize your energy. Now, yoga is a trend that has been flourishing from years. Rather, this has become a trendsetter in maintaining both physical and mental well-being. Each yogic activity is a key to improving flexibility, strength, balance, and attaining harmony. Yoga Portal is a platform to help people embrace, practice, and enjoy yoga every day. It is a perfect gateway to search the best yoga resources, common yoga protocol training videos, and the latest yoga events to take part in. Today, it is a practiced in various forms around the world and continues to grow the popularity. So, yoga popularity is growing throughout the world, and various nations are coming to India to learn the yoga, and they are practicing in their nation. So, actually, what is yoga? It is essentially a spiritual discipline based on extremely subtle science, which focuses on bringing harmony between mind and body. It is an art and science of healthy living. How should we practice? Now we will come to the part that how we should practice the yoga. Yoga should be practiced in clean and calm environment. So the best and the first basic point, your environment should be clean and it should be calm. So that is the best place to practice the yoga. Then with a relaxed body and mind. So so best time for this is morning, because in the morning all the pollution is settled down. There is a calmness in the nature environment, and our body and mind is also relaxed. It should be practiced on an empty and light stomach. So this is the another important point, that your stomach should be empty while practicing the asanas. A yoga mat or a folded blanket is ideal to perform yoga asanas. Now, in today's days, the yoga mat and folded blanket are used, but in earlier days, the few animal skins were used for practicing the yoga, but by law, it is not allowed in today's days. So choose to wear comfortable cotton clothes to ensure easy movement. Your clothes should be very comfortable for the movement easy. Don't wear a tight and skin tight clothes. So wearing such clothes, you are not able to move your body parts for the asana. If a person is unwell, then you must be skipped that day. It's okay if you're not perform if you're not feeling well, you can skip a yoga for a day. Also, if you are suffering from chronic disease, pain, or cardiac problems, you must consult a yoga expert or doctor before practicing a yoga. So, those who are suffering from cardiacs, chronic disease, some backache problem, uh, undergone recent surgery, so please consult your doctor first and then yoga practitioner. Then, pregnant women must speak with their doctor before starting any yoga routine. It is important to perform each asana very slowly with awareness of the body as well as breathe. So that is the difference between a exercise and yoga. Exercise are done very fast, but in yoga, a slow movement is expected, because you have to move your body with get alignment with your breathing pattern is aligned with your body movement. That's why it is expected to move your body very slowly. Regular practice of yoga helps provide physical, emotional, and mental health balance. And if you practice regular yoga, your body physically, emotionally, and mentally will be well balanced. Now, there are few benefits of yoga. It is an attribute to its many health benefits over hundreds of years. Here are some key ones: better flexibility and posture. If you're a regular practitioner of yoga of daily routine, the body that is strong, supple, and flexible, body will become very strong, supple, and flexible. And regular yoga practice stretches and tones the body muscles and also make them strong. It also helps to improve your body posture. So natural body posture you will get. Those who are overweight will get automatically they will reduce their weight and they will get the natural body posture. Those who are underweight, they will automatically increase their body and they will also get a natural body posture. Build strength and balance. Many yoga poses require you to bear your body weight in new ways, including balancing on one leg, as in tree pose, which is also called as Rukshasana, or supporting yourself with your arms, as downward facing dog pose. Holding these poses helps build muscular strength. So our muscles which are in our hands, in our legs, get means they build they have they will get in good shape if you are practicing such kind of asanas every day. It improves immunity too. Yoga poses help massage various organs and strengthen muscle, while breathing techniques and meditation releases stress and improve immunity. Now, by performing the regular asanas, it gives the massage to internal organs, which are situated in various parts of human body. So they are getting massage while performing the asana. So the work of those organs get improvises. And while the breathing exercises like pranayam and fast and slow breathing will improve your, will release your stress, and obviously your immunity will get improved. Support joint health. The movements necessary for yoga are low impact, so you have to move very slowly, allowing you to use your joints without injuring them. It also helps strengthen the muscles around the joints, lessening their load. So it will reduce the load of the joint because of the slow movement, and it also build up the muscles over there. It prevents back pain. Now there are various asanas in yoga. If you are suffering from the back pain, then by performing or by regular practicing of such asanas, you can be cured. Like for example, if you are having a back pain, do the Setu Bandhasan. But remember, it should be done in with an empty stomach. Do the Setu Bandhasan. You will get the relief after a few minutes. Now, increased flexibility and strength can help prevent cause of some types of back pain. Many people who have a back pain have sedentary lifestyle. Spending long hours in front of your computer also causes tightness throughout the body and spinal compression. Yoga counteracts this condition. So nowadays we are all are meeting online to each other. So our back pain and eyes are getting reddish, and our neck problem has started. So if you are practicing the yoga regularly, the asanas will counter attack those movements. So body will get balance of that pain. It helps you breathe better. Yoga breathing exercises called pranayam focuses your attention on breathing and teach you how to take a deeper breaths, which benefits the entire body. Certain types of breath can also help clear nasal passages and even calm the nervous system, which has physical and mental benefits. Now, my dear friends, my dear student, there is only one thing in our entire life that is with each other is our breath. From our birth to our death, we do only one thing continuously, that is a breathing. And how ignore we nowadays? We uh, before few months back, everyone knows the importance of the oxygen when it gets shortage due to the COVID pandemic. So breathing is really important. I will explain you scientifically. Our lungs capacity is 650 cc, and if you do the pranayam regularly for so many years, you can increase, you can up to reach up to 550 cc. 100 cc is for, like in petrol, in a vehicle there is a reserve na. Similarly, our lungs have the reserve oxygen, that is 100 cc, which is used in very extreme and alertness situation. So we can reach up to 550 cc. Now I will tell you one thing. Now we are in this session, or we are talking with each other. Can you imagine, can you have any guess how much cc we are inhaling the oxygen? Can you tell me how much cc we are inhaling the oxygen while talking or while doing some action? Any guesses? Anybody there?
150,
Yes.
150 to 200,
Yes, correct. 150.
150 to
Yes.
200.
Oh, correct. Absolutely correct. It is a range. It depends on the range. That is 125 cc to 200 cc, sometimes 150 cc to 250 cc. It's a range. Still, we are shortage of 300 cc oxygen. And imagine if you are inhaling 550 cc oxygen, even the tip of the nail will get the oxygen and its life increase. So if you want to really live a lifelong healthy life, you have to practice the yoga and pranayam. Actually actually yoga, there is a word named as ashtanga yoga. Many of the students may be familiar with this ashtanga yoga. Performing the asana is not a yoga, actually it is a part of yoga, and yoga is actually something else. Asana, it is my personal find out that performing the asana is only 5% of the yoga. Rest 95% is something else, and that is a real a beautiful world. So by doing the pratyahar, pranayam, dharna, dhyan, samadhi, there are various stages of the yoga. Asan is the third stage of the yoga. Next is pranayam, that is that breathing. It's so much important is given to the breathing. Then is pratyahar. So what is a pratyahar? Detachment. So pratyahar is nothing but a detachment from those things or everything that is going to hurt you. So there are various things in this pratyahar. Then after doing the pratyahar, your body and mind is trained for doing the dharana. After doing the dharana, it is your body and mind is trained for the dhyan and then samadhi. So dharana is what? That in suppose there is a notebook and you're writing a only A, and after 3A you write B. After sometimes you write C. It means your dharna on A alphabet is broken over there and you have shifted your focus to B. I will take the example of the Omkar. Like you are writing the Omkar and suddenly your mind shifted to some other thing and you miss the gap, you put the gap over there. So practicing a lot of this will increase the that dharna, and one day will come your dharna will become, turn into dhyan, and then it will turn to the samadhi. There are almost four different types of samadhis in the yoga. That is some we will discuss in some other day in detailed session for specially only samadhi. Now it reaches sorry yoga helps you to calm your mind. Yoga asana practice inten- intensely physical, concentrating on intently on what your body is doing has the effect of bringing calmness to your mind. Yoga also introduces you to various meditation techniques. This skills help support to overcome the anxiety attack, fight insomnia, and even deal with better childbirth. It also reduces stress. Practicing of yoga helps relax your body and eases the stress. Yoga can decrease the secretion of cholesterol, the primary stress hormone. Increase self-confidence. Doing yoga improve your mind-body connection, giving you better awareness of your own body. The small subtle movement to improve your alignment helps you feel more confident over a time. Now, what you can do as a beginner, what which asanas you can do as a beginner. If you're not regular practitioner of the yoga, then very starting you can do the naukasana, that is a boat pose, which actually increase the efficiency of abdominal muscles, and it is also good for digestion. And the most important thing in today's lifestyle, it reduces your belly fat. Your stomach will get in a good shape by regular practicing of the naukasana. Then paschimottanasana, it stretches the calf and hamstring muscles, elongates the spine, and ensure good blood circulation to all the organs. So eventually, the more and more oxygen will reach to all the organs by practicing of the Paschimottanasana. Ardha Matsyendrasana, that is half spinal pose. It makes your spine more flexible and strengthen your side muscles. And this also reduces your belly fat and side muscles of the side, the fat which is get saturated near the waist area. Then Dvipadasana. It strengthens your core muscles and is an efficient practice to release the extra fat around the abdomen. Dandasana. This asana is excellent way to strengthen the core, burn fat, and increase your overall productivity. Viparita Karni. Actually, it is a asana. Viparita Karni. This asana helps to regulate your digestive process, stimulates the hormone system. So it is a really good asana, but remember, it has to be done with the empty stomach. Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is a cleansing process. It is a skull cleansing process. Yoga is the only therapy available in all over the world which will clean our mind, because mind is not an organ, so we can't operate on the mind. Yoga is the only therapy which is available which operate on the mind. So Viprit Karni regulates your digestive process. Sorry, Kapalbhati balances and strengthens the nervous system and tones the digestive organs. Dhanurasana, the bow pose. It is effective in weight loss, improve digestion and appetite, and boost blood circulation, and also makes your black back flexible. So it is it will boost your blood circulation and your back will get flexible. Bhujangasana, a cobra pose. Like cobra make a headstand. Similarly, our body, the final posture of this asana is resemblance to cobra pose. This pose improves the flexibility of your back and tones the abdomen, neck, shoulder, and it improves blood circulation and rids you of fatigue and stress. Then Bithalasana. It stretches the back toes and neck and strengthens the abdominal organs. And there are really too much asanas. You can refer Gheranda Samhita, Hatha Pradipika. In Hatha, nowadays, today, this generation is mostly practicing the Hatha Pradipika asanas. So, Hatha Pradipika contains too many asanas. You can practice as many as asanas because there are various YouTube videos are available, or you can search near round by a good guru, a good teacher to teach your asana. Basically, yoga it is started from Adi Shiv, that is Shiv Shankar Mahadev, and then he teaches to Parvati, and then Nandi, and then Granth Samudaya. So it it follows like that. What it does, there are various things that yoga do. It improves your flexibility, it strengthens your muscles, it perfect your body posture, your body gets a beautiful shape, it prevents cartilage and joint breakdown, it protects your spine, betters your bone health, increase your blood flow, drains your limbs and boost immunity, ups your heart rate, drop your blood pressure, regulate adrenal glands, it makes you happier, it is a healthier lifestyle, it lowers the blood sugar, so diabetes problems are not there, it helps you focus, it relax your system, it improves your balance, it maintain your nervous system, it release tension in your limbs, it helps you sleep deeper, that is quality sleep. If you are sleeping 8 hours, your sleep quality sleep will be increased, and you can do a your whole day sufficient sleep within a 4 hours. That is a yog nidra technique is there for this. It boosts your immune system functionality. It gives your lungs more room to breathe. That is, your lungs capacity is increased. It prevents your IBS and other digestive problems. It gives peace of mind. It increases your self confidence, self esteem. It eases your pain. It gives you inner strength. It guides your body healing in your mind's eye. That is mental benefits of yoga. It keep allergies and viruses far from you. It helps to serve other. So that is the main motto of our life should be to serve other. It encourages self-care, it support your connective tissue and etc etc. There are many advantages of you. Can you can start yoga? Yes, obviously any can start yoga from a small infant child to the 80 years 90 years old. Just I want to add one thing over here. It should be start after the maturity, when boys achieve the maturity and when girls achieve the maturity. After that you can regular start the practicing the yoga. Then where to do the yoga? In very neat, calm and silent environment. Wear a loose and cotton cloth for performing yoga. Then you should have the self confidence to perform the yoga. you you can motivate yourself to do the yoga. And I hope that from tomorrow onwards, or today also, you have performed the yoga, and tomorrow onwards you will continue the regular practicing of the yoga. Now I request you all, if you have any doubt or if you want to ask anything, you can ask. Because we have the time limitation, I have managed this session in 30 minutes, and there are 10 minutes for question and answering. I hope I tried my level best to motivate you for performing or doing the yoga every day. Now, if anything, if you are curious to ask anything regarding the yoga, you may ask. Okay, I think Sanket, it's over to you then.
Yes, sir. If anybody has any questions regarding yoga, can ask.
Sanket, I think I was audible very clearly now.
Yeah. You were. Sir, if anybody has any questions regarding yoga, can ask.
Okay, then shall I ask some questions? What else that I have given you in during this session?
Yes, sir. I think you can. You better
Okay.
ask questions.
Okay, it's okay. I hope my session was very well clear and understood you. I tried my level best actually. Uh, I am a regular practitioner of yoga. I do my yoga regularly every day. I will give you my example because it has given me a really positive effect. 3 4 years back, my weight was 95 plus, and my body age was 53. Now I one morning, I'm not able to bend down and I'm not able to tie my shoelace properly. But today is a day where I can bend down at any posture. I can do the Shirshasana for 30 minutes also continuously. And I'm really thankful to yoga. My weight is also reduced. My muscles have very uh, have well toned now, and my sleep is reduced. I'm sleeping very quality sleep. If there's a work till up to 12 night, I work 12 night, but in spite of that, I woke up at 4 a.m. every day. I jog, I walk, I do yoga every day regularly. So that is improvement I found in myself. I'm not giving the example of very huge personality. I am giving the example of very simple common man. That is, I am what I have benefited from the yoga that I have explained. I think I tried my level best. Over to you, Sanket. If there is any questions, then they can ask me. Else, what is the next? You can continue with that activity.
Yes, sir. Sir, I had one question.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you if we can increase our stamina by doing yoga.
Obviously, we can increase the stamina by doing the yoga. How to increase the stamina? First of all, let's take an example of Bhujangasana or Ardha Matsyendrasana or any asana. Slowly, you have to increase the timeline of that asana. First, learn how to do that. Then perform for 3 seconds, then 5 seconds, then 10 seconds, then 30 seconds, minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. And ideally, if you want the effect of that asana, minimum 3 minutes you have to stay in same posture, only concentrating on your breath. And if you are really want to see the beauty of yoga, what it can change in your life, the like the Himalayan saints or Himalayan sadhus are performing, basically 3 hours is the time given to the asana, that you have to sit in same posture for the 3 hours minimum if you want to do the samadhi, if you want to reach the stage of samadhi. So obviously by slowly and gradually it will increase your stamina, even physical stamina and mental stamina too, and confidence too. I hope I satisfied your answer, your question.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Ahire, sir. Ahire, sir.
Are you getting voice now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Getting now?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Dixit sir, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you for joining our meet. I am really happy to see you again after a long time. By looking at your face only, we understand that the importance of yoga. Instead of telling by words and all that,
Sir, I
really I
just
appreciate your yes, physical, mental, and all the body health and all that. You have put up together and all that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Today,
you.
sir, we have conducted the poster competition this way this year on this day, International Yoga Day. So, really happy to announce that many participants were there. On that, we got a first place from Goa, Government College of Khandola. First place, Swara Naik. And
Congratulations.
second place, yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Second place from our Ponda Education Society, Art and Science College, Dipalvi Dilip Naik. She has got a second prize. And the third one is Sringani Naik from PS only, Ponda Education Society, Art and Science College. Congrats to Swara, Diploi, and Sringani. Thank you very much for participating in this event. And soon we will give you the certificates and all that. Do not worry about it. Very soon we will give you within a week. Don't worry about it. We'll approach you and we will give the certificate and all that. Appreciation certificate. So really thanks, Swapnil sir. If you get a chance to come to Goa, you are always welcome. Our PS family always ready for you to, okay sir, to serve you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Ponda Education Society, and thank you to everyone. Thank you, Iris, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sanket, sir. Thanks to everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Dikshit, sir, for
Yes, sir. We'll do the
helping
meet
us.
now.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. I'm ending
Thank
the
you,
video.
Sanket sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.